On this episode of Camera Crusades, I'm in Death Valley checking things out. Stay tuned. On this episode, I'm headed back to Death Valley in California to do some more exploring. The last time I came here was a couple years ago, and I've been itching to get back ever since. So let's hit the road, get that campsite squared away, and find some place to take some photographs. Let's hit it. The first stop for photography this trip is going to be the Water Basin. Huge area that has amazing formations of kind of salt crystals and dirt that kind of forms these beautiful cracks. So let's cruise south and find some cool places to take some photographs. This morning was incredible at Zubrin Ski Point. Beautiful light across the mountains down into the valley. Had a ridiculous time taking photos there. The difference for me kind of from last time is I was very focused on those big kind of huge wide sprawling landscapes. And this time I kind of focused more on just like detail shots, kind of looking for light, interesting textures. Obviously there's a lot of that here in Death Valley, but had a great morning. Here's some of those images right now. Now we're kind of north of the Furnace Creek area, still kind of in that Badwater Salt Flat region. beautiful kind of interesting landscapes behind me, really interesting foreground subjects, and that's kind of this location, is really seeking out interesting foreground subjects. So that's what we're doing. There's some really interesting bushes that have a tremendous amount of character. There are some kind of unique structures with the salt, that kind of how it forms and dries, kind of these circular patterns, as well as this really smooth reflective water that is also making for some very interesting compositions. So let's keep exploring. So we arrived at our last location up at Stovepipe Wells. Really the plan is to check out the sand dunes tonight for sunset, as well as tomorrow morning. So we do get a couple of cracks at taking some incredible photos here. However, it's been an exhausting day. The winds have picked up. It's been very brutal, if I'm being perfectly honest, and just kind of waiting it out today. The winds have kind of subsided as we get into golden hour and move into sunset tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see how those conditions change as we get closer and closer to sundown. So let's get out into the dunes, find some cool compositions, and check this place out. I got the campsite all packed up, everything loaded into the Jeep here, and just kind of thinking back, it was an incredible trip. I hope you enjoyed coming to Death Valley and exploring with me again. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Camera Crusades, and as always, I'll see you in that next adventure.